What's up, guys? We're here on another Saturday morning doing a little bit of work on the race car. We have our essential breakfast here. Pecan swirls, a big screw top monster. Get our day started off. A couple things that we've already done to the car since the last video update. We've got the hot side started. Remember, we have a V-band turbine turbo, so we've got 4-inch coming out of the turbo, or going into the turbine, sorry. I say out because there's no finished end. I'll get it backwards. We have a streetcar fabrication billet merge. I know I've already hit on that a little bit, but it's a twin 3-inch outlet. That's going to make it super clean for us to go out of our headers into this. Still waiting on our billet collectors from GLS Fab. Whenever we get those, the idea is to build an upswept header that looks really sweet coming down through here, and then it's going to dump right into this merge on each side. That's going to get it out of the way of our burn down tubes. That's going to be out of the way of the fuel pump, which our bracket and our pump and everything is on the way as well. But it's going to keep everything out of the way. And this side kind of go over, and then our titanium downpipe is going to come right here and go out. So everything's falling into place exactly like I want it. I think that's important to have a plan that you can follow through with, you know, think everything out. Looking here, next thing I've done is do the drive shaft enclosure. These little quick release pins to take it out if I need to. This is TIG welded all the way around, 1-inch 065 tube with 16 gauge sheet metal. Let's look up in there. Kept it pretty tight. We had to put tabs right here and over there, because if you look at full droop, which is where we have it now up on jack stands, the drive shaft actually dips a little bit below plane of the floor. And with a carbon shaft, or any shaft, but especially carbon, you don't want that thing getting on the hairy edge or touching anything, because then you'll be buying a shaft. You can see my seat bracket, how close I'm sitting to the drive shaft. So we definitely want that to be protected in that area. Another thing, we're going to do carbon wheel tubs in this car. And we was looking at the McAmis tubs. I know that they're about the best out there. We've also been looking at some other ones, but all of them are around 34 to 36 inch radius, or not radius, but diameter. So we mocked up a 34-inch diameter wheel tub in there just to see how it fell and how it laid in. Could probably do a little bit better with a 36 just because it's open. It'll lay against the front a little bit better. But today we're going to mount the dry sump tank. And it would have already been mounted, but I ordered it and the tank was about a 6-week lead time to get it. And when I got it, I didn't know exactly where I was going to put it. So then when I figured that out, I wanted to order these billet tube clamp style tank hangers, and they were also a 4 or 5 week wait to get them shipped. So it's good that people are behind, because that means people are busy. and business is good. But it always sucks to wait. What we're going to do today is cut this area out on the passenger side. This is going to be cut out slightly. I'm going to plate the rocker here, the top of it, the front corner of it, and do a 1.5 inch tube that comes up. I might come over and brace it off of this bar. I'm really not sure what I'll do there until I start cutting. I'll clearance this, and we're gonna sink the tank back into this area. That's gonna get it way behind the front tire. That's also, the tank isn't but 7 inches, so see my hand there? It's going to get it behind the front end line where it lines up with the door, so you'll have plenty of room for the fittings. The oil fittings will be right there at the oil pump. Everything will work out great. So we're going to get started, and we'll fill you in after we're done. Back to my breakfast. All right, we got the dry sump tank mounted, and we'll show you how we did it. Give you a good view of it there. What we did, this used to be boxed in right here. You're just gonna have a problem getting in to get the lid. So we took a piece of sheet metal and Frenched that in. It meets at the bottom here along the edge where we cut it out. Welded the seam back shut, sanded it down smooth. We also capped that off where we cut that short. We didn't use a plate. I was going to plate this and weld the tube to the plate, but I had a better idea just to brace the top of the tube right here, and it don't even vibrate, so no need to go to the extra work there. See, it tucks in there really nice. Plenty of ground clearance. Oil pump is right there, so your return, the feed, everything can go right there really good. Still got plenty of tire clearance. See, I can put my fist in there. And we could rotate this if we needed to a little bit that way, but I've got to put the front on to see how much room I've got for this fitting here, because I plan to run this fitting into there or route it around where it don't have to go down the side of the car like that. So let's get the front end on and see what kind of clearance we have. All right, I got Joey to help me set the front end on, and we are good. It's looking like just like I wanted it to do. It's tucked right in there, out of the way. Can't even see it from the outside of the car. The front end's pushed all the way on, but we haven't got it fastened on there. Other thing I was concerned about is that fitting. You can kind of see it right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clock the tank even more away from the tire. These fittings are kind of aimed towards the tire. I can clock the tank inboard a good bit because I've got plenty of room for this fitting here to turn out towards the front end even more. Just looking at it from the inside. another thing about this build going according to plan. I love it. So another Saturday in the books, getting another job accomplished. We did clock it. You can see they're not directly behind the front tire anymore, the outlet. That's gonna help a lot. Man, getting excited. Let's look inside this thing. I'm not even taking the cap off yet. Looks like a good bit going on in there. Alright guys, till next Saturday, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but we'll see.